Good morning, everyone. I want to thank Mark and the team at Treasure Data for inviting us. We're so happy to be here and be a sponsor at CDP World. At Amazon, I lead product management transformation for ISV customers of AWS, which essentially means I spend a lot of time working with CPOs, CMOs, and other executives at digitally advanced companies who value creating great customer experiences, just like Treasure Data. We are so proud of our decade-long relationship and the incredible growth and innovation that we have achieved together in that time. One of the many things that enables this partnership to be so effective is our shared value around customer obsession. We both operate by working backwards from the customer. We meet you where you are, and we work hard to try to keep and earn and keep your trust. Today, I'm here to celebrate the extension of this collaboration in harnessing the disruptive capabilities of generative AI. I'd also like to take a little bit of time to share some insight with you on how at Amazon we're using generative technologies as we work to improve and evolve our customer experiences, how we use AI to deliver hyper-personalization to our customers, and share some thoughts on how to use generative AI as a competitive differentiator. We're confident that GenAI technologies like Amazon Bedrock will be part of our growth story with Treasure Data over the next 10 years, and that collectively we can help all of you embrace it, transform your businesses, and delight your customers with intentional experiences. So I mentioned that at Amazon, customer obsession is our first and most important leadership principle. This quote from Jeff demonstrates our belief that being customer-centric drives business innovation and invention. Customers are always beautifully, wonderfully dissatisfied, even when they report being happy and business is great. Even when they don't know it yet, customers want something better, and your desire to delight customers will drive you to invent on their behalf. Now at Amazon, we've been inventing with AI for over 25 years. There are lots of examples, lots of capabilities where our customers are served via AI and machine learning. Just some examples. Our e-commerce recommendations engines are driven by machine learning. Our supply chain, our forecasting, our capacity planning are all informed by machine learning. Prime Air, our drones, if you've ever seen those, or our computer vision technology in Amazon Go, which is our physical retail experience that lets consumers select items off a shelf and leave the store without having to pay, formally check out. They use deep learning. Alexa, powered by more than 30 different ML systems, helps customers billions of times each week to manage smart homes, shop, get information and entertainment, and more. And last but not least, our fulfillment centers. We deliver 1.6 million packages every day, and that's powered by machine learning. We think that generative technologies represent a significant expansion in how we're going to use AI to delight our customers. According to Goldman Sachs, generative AI could drive a 7%, almost $7 trillion increase in global GDP and lift productivity by 1.5 percentage points over the next 10 years. Now, at Amazon, we see 4 broad categories where generative AI is already delivering meaningful value. First, creating new experiences. For example, by creating a conversational interface to access information and applications by employees and customers. I think Kaz showed you an example of what that could look like earlier today. Understanding a customer's intentions, what they're trying to do, where they're challenged, what problems they want to solve, and how we can create a personalized response to the intentions that they've expressed. Boosting employees' productivity by helping them create content, code, or images faster. Extracting insights from large amounts of documents, structured or unstructured, and making it easier to share that knowledge across an organization and make better, more informed decisions. And augmenting creativity as we apply generative technologies to product ideation and product development. Now, I don't have time to talk about all of these use cases and dive deep today, so I want to focus on that first one, in part because I think that's the most disruptive area for generative technologies, and also I think it's one of the areas where you have the ability to help your companies be disruptors instead of being disrupted. Now, today we are delivering more immersive, more engaging experiences for Amazon customers across all parts of our business by using generative AI. Let's just take a couple examples. So while we have dozens of ways that we're using generative technology, Rufus is Amazon's expert shopping assistant. Amazon Pharmacy helps us deliver faster prescriptions and more helpful support to our customers. Within Amazon Ads, we're using generative AI to deliver AI-powered image generation as part of ad serving. And Maestro is a new AI playlist generator for Amazon Music. Let's take a second and dive a little bit deeper into Rufus. Rufus is a generative AI-powered expert shopping assistant trained on our extensive product catalog, customer reviews, community Q&A, and information from across the web. Now, Rufus might start at the broad phase, research phase of a customer journey and answer questions like, what should I consider when I'm buying running shoes? Could proceed to comparisons like, well, what are the differences between trail shoes and road running shoes? To more specific questions like, are these durable? At each point in that discussion, as a customer, I'm expressing an intent. The ability for the system to adapt to that and respond to it creates a much more satisfying experience and solves the customer needs. Rufus uses a variety of AWS core services. It uses compute, it uses storage, some of the other infrastructure services that we provide. It also runs on AWS-designed Inferentia chips, which are purpose-built to deliver high performance at the lowest cost for machine learning inference. When we're trying to serve these experiences to millions, potentially billions of customers, costs matter. We continue to test and gather feedback on Rufus. It's currently in beta so that we can deliver better, more personalized experiences for our customers. We're improving the AI models. We're fine-tuning the responses to continuously make it more helpful over time. As we continue to develop Rufus and our other generative experiences to help us drive a more personalized engagement with our customers, we find that increasingly that becomes the expectation. Customers expect personalized services. According to McKinsey, 71% of consumers now just view personalization as the standard level of service, table stakes. 76% of consumers are more likely to consider purchasing from brands that personalize. We need to go further. We need to invent more if we want to differentiate ourselves. So how does that work? First of all, customers require recognition. We should know if they're a customer or a prospect and the relationship that they have to our brands. Then we need to make sure that we serve them with relevant, consistent, and engaging personalization across the entire consumer lifecycle. It starts when they discover the brands and the offerings, continues as they find the products and services that they need, express their intents, communicate their challenges, when they purchase our products, use them, and then repurchase. At each stage along that customer journey, we have opportunities to personalize more. Personalization plus or hyper-personalization, whatever you want to call it. We can use natural language to understand and better recommend products and generate customized content. We can use hybrid search to personalize the results on the web, on e-commerce sites or mobile apps. We can use natural language and image generation to create compelling marketing and advertising content, and natural language understanding, natural language generation, natural language query to provide better, more informed customer service. We see customers doing all of these today. So there's lots of opportunities for generative AI across the entire customer lifecycle to improve customer and employee experiences. Now, as we've worked with a lot of our customers, I think what we're finding is most folks get it. They're buying in, they're experimenting, they're starting to deploy these sorts of experiences. But on the other hand, we also find that in general, almost all the customers we speak with tend to focus mainly on the model, GPT or Claude or Anthropic, and LLMs more broadly. Now that's great, but it's really only the tip of the proverbial iceberg. What's really important is what enables you to derive value from that generative AI technology, and that's data. It's analytics and data, which are key because that's where you accumulate your domain-specific data, where you have tools to help you explore it and understand how to leverage it. Data integrations, where you source your data, whether it's batch or real-time, set up pipelines to keep with your changing data, transform it, and process it so that it becomes usable for generative experiences. And also, you have to consider governance, processes to ensure data quality, privacy, and compliance to privacy law, security, and access controls. So while it's tempting and sometimes fun to focus on that generative AI experience at the top, it's really all the data foundation below that enables the competitive differentiation. So that's really, I think, the key takeaway in the type of collaboration that we do with Treasure Data, because the data is your differentiator. If you think about it, every company has access to these same foundation models. So the companies that will be successful in building sustainable, differentiated business value are those that are able to use their own unique data, which no one else can access, and especially those that understand best the customer's needs and their intents. Data is the difference between a generic experience and those that indicate that you know your customer deeply. Now, as part of our work with customers, we're seeing them build a set of patterns that drive their GenAI experiences. I'd like to look at one in particular here. This is a hyper-personalization marketing content pipeline that marketers can use to generate deeply personalized content. Might start with a service like Amazon Q and QuickSight that supports campaign decision-making, allows natural language understanding to generate information around segments, be able to set up attributes. It then uses data from the Treasure Data CDP and an ML-based recommendation engine to predict which customers might be interested in what products or have a particular need that we think we can meet. Amazon Bedrock then generates personalized promotional content using the data as additional context out of the CDP. When you layer on Amazon Bedrock guardrails during that creation, it ensures that generated content is on brand, it's compliant, and it's well governed. The individually personalized content can then be deployed using other existing campaign platforms. So what does this look like? In an email, it ends up becoming a hyper-personalized email taking relevant input data, such as user transactions, search history, and preferences. In this case, all the content in red is personalized for this specific customer, including their title, their promoted product, personalized product messaging, and benefits based on the customer segment. The email also has recognition of loyalty status and offers a discount and a call to action. Let's look at a slightly different channel. Here's an example of a hyper-personalized concierge chatbot in the travel industry. Here, the chatbot recognizes the customer's loyalty status, makes a product recommendation based on the customer's preferences, and offers a customer-specific discount. Notice that it's also understanding the intent of the customer as it comes into the chatbot and is able to adapt to the problem that the customer is trying to solve. So, if you're ready to start building these sorts of hyper-personalized experiences or go toward supporting intent-driven experiences, we're ready to help with the same services and the primitives, if you will, that we use ourselves in services like Rufus. And we're collaborating with partners like Treasure Data to make it easier than ever for you to integrate these capabilities into your customer data and build generative customer experiences that are secure and responsible. This starts with performant, cost-effective infrastructure, and then enables a secure, private, easy way to build and scale experiences using multiple foundation models. So I'd like to invite Ronak Shah up. Ronak is a principal product architect from AWS. He's been working with the Treasure Data team to deliver these sort of integrated experiences. Ronak?
Thank you, Jeffrey. In my role at AWS, I have privileged to collaborate with Treasure Data on co-innovation and building what you saw today morning. Treasure Data has been thinking about AI, generative AI, since last CDP World and continue to iterate over that. Here, I'm just zooming in to AI framework you saw a few slides back in Jeff's presentation, as well as what Cass showed this morning. In well-thought-out architecture here, We have from left Treasure Data Console, where you can go in and express yourself. You also have what Treasure Data built as an application orchestrator, which is pretty thoughtful for the long-term growth. Because, as you know, generative AI, it's changing, evolving every day. The new model's going to come out with different parameters and different strengths every day. Treasure Data thought of it as building an application as well as the framework where you can build more agents to power your business case. Jeffrey talked about data being the differentiation. And the retrieval augmented generation, RAG architecture, which Treasure Data put in place, exactly does that. It provides the right context when you're asking that question to LLM and giving you the personalized content. All of this is built on the AWS primitive services, which compute, storage, database, and more. But building GenAI with Amazon Bedrock, with Treasure Data, two things really stood out. One, security, trust, privacy. So at AWS, we lead with security. We say security is job zero. And Treasure Data team demonstrated that day in, day out. At one point, they asked me the question. I didn't know the answer. I had to go internally ask our legal team. And they asked me, are you dealing with a public sector or a government? And I'm like, no, these people just scare really well on this security, trust, and privacy. The second, continue to iterate over various models. As the space continues to evolve, Treasure Data is willing to try different things and produce which is best for their customer. So Carl and Kaz, you got a team who continue to raise the bar in terms of delivery, not from just technology. It's a technology, product, and legal. I'll go in much deeper tomorrow in the session at 3 o'clock, but let me invite Jeff back to finish up the session. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Ronak.
Team has done great work in collaborating together. So I just want to leave you with some final thoughts here. I heard someone on the former panel say that we're just at the beginning of this journey, and I completely agree with that. If we look ahead at what's next, agents. Kaz showed off some agents today. Imagine those agents being able to work with each other in that email monitoring experience. Imagine agents being able to help make decisions about which of the emails should be the ones that are the highest priority, or how they could be combined into a more effective way of outreach. That's what multi-agent technologies are going to enable. Increased adoption of agents and complexity of solutions are going to drive the need for multimodal data as a model. This will allow users to more easily and effectively communicate intent and supporting data to the foundation models. Over time, we expect customers to be able to input any type of data and generate any type of output data that they want. Now, as customers move to put complex solutions into production, they're going to need to optimize on spend, on price, and accuracy. As a result, what we are already finding is customers want to be able to use multiple models very, very quickly. An individual language might be better supported with a different model. A particular task might get higher accuracy by using a different model. Being able to switch between them easily becomes incredibly important. And finally, as broader AI regulation and standards continue to evolve and solidify, we support efforts to put in place effective risk-based frameworks and guardrails for AI that can protect civil rights while allowing for continued innovation and practical application of the technology. We believe responsibility drives trust, trust drives adoption, and adoption drives innovation. So, hope you have a great conference. Thank you very much for listening to us today, and we'll be around if you want to learn more.